Hey ladies, so my CT for transitions, he says he addresses them as third grade. He will often turn off the lights to get their attention, and sometimes he even blows the ref whistle, and that's really when he's serious. That's when the kids know that it's time to quiet down. He also uses the expression, "I'll wait," a lot while they're transitioning. They have a hard time staying quiet during transitions, and he expects them to know the schedule, which they do, and he expects them to do what is expected of them at that time of day. So the students know when he says, "I'll wait," or when he blows the whistle, that he really means business, that it's time to really refocus yourself. They act as though they don't want him to be mad or disappointed in them. And one of the transition things that they do when they transition from like their classroom to go to the bathroom to come back is they get in order alphabetically. From the girls start and then the boys, and then on the way back they flip the order. So they've gotten that down really good. And they also know, since they know the schedule so well, they know what things to grab based on what time of the day it is, or if they need to change into their gym shoes. I respect this transitioning just because this is a tight schedule, and clearly the kids have really learned it and know what to do during the times of the day. They transition smoothly. Obviously, sometimes the misbehavior or the talking starts, and I think that's just kind of lack of planning, almost on the teacher's part, just because he doesn't have a set way of getting them back together, or, he never says, okay, you have 30 seconds to transition to this. He just kind of like lets them go. This connects to me though, into ISU, because it's like giving them a brain break almost. He lets them chat, and that's why I think he does it, and that's why I kind of like it, that it's not super set, is because it's kind of a brain break that they get from sitting so much. They can kind of talk to their friends and move around a little bit. And I say move around, I mean from friends' desks to friends' desks, because they stay in the same desks all day, which is something I would also change. If we're going to change from science to math, I would like maybe have them move desks or move centers or whatever it is, just to kind of keep the flow going. And I would also give them just a specific attention getter. I would let them talk like Mr. Harms does, but I would do like the holy moly guacamole type thing every time, so that they kind of know, okay, you've had this time to talk, now let's bring it back. As far as grouping goes, they switch desks at the first of every month. He pulls sticks with their names on it and lets like that first person pick to go sit wherever they want. He does that for the whole thing, and then if they can't handle it, he moves them throughout. But I think he really trusts his kids to make the right choices. They do partners for reading assessment and for practice reading and for practice spelling, and then for like math flashcards if they have time. And intervention time is specific grouping. The other third grade class comes in that's based on level. However, this RCT, Mr. Harms does just read to them a lot. It's a lot of this group during intervention is on computers, and this group is being read to by a teacher. However, he does expect the partners to hold each other accountable, and he kind of laughs when he says someone gets upset every day, because there's always a disagreement between, like, no, I said this, or why'd you grade me that hard type deal. And that's kind of why I don't really like it. First of all, I don't think kids know what's important to look for during an assessment. And second of all, I know that some kids get nervous or do worse when they're with their friends, or if they're nervous to do something in front of someone they may not know that well. And that might affect their assessment. If they were to do better, maybe they would do better independently or one-on-one with Mr. Harms or with me or Miss Andrea. There's just not a whole lot of differentiation in the grouping, and I think that might have to do with how small the class size is. There's only 18 of them, so really, like, no matter what we're doing in a day, everybody's with somebody else. Everybody's with everybody at some point in the day. I do like that he trusts his kids to pick their partners. He trusts his kids to pick where they sit. I think that kind of speaks volumes to the kids instead of constantly telling them what to do. It's a little bit more choice. However, for small groups or for like that intervention time, I would group a little bit more specifically and probably plan some centers for them instead of just having computer be one center and read aloud as another. I just think there needs to be more differentiation, accommodation type things for the kids who get bored at the computer or who can't focus during read aloud, those kinds of things. Thanks for watching my video. See you later.